All right. Hey, YouTube. Good morning. Let's kick off another video here. A little bit of a different type of video today. I do have something that I'm going to be working on the truck on. I think what's happening is a short in the fuse block under the hood. That's causing my rear reverse lights and the backup camera to stay on 24/7. I removed the fuse, did some other troubleshooting, and I'm fairly certain it has to do with the relay that's built into the fuse block. And of course, as luck would have it, the GM engineers and all of their wisdom have decided that the fuse block or the relay for that, along with a couple others, are going to be integrated into the fuse block. So let me show you what I'm talking about here. So I'm specifically talking about this here, and for any of you folks that have GMs, Sierras, Silverados, Yukons, Suburbans, you know exactly what that is. Let me show you where it's at in the truck. That guy right there. So it's got some integrated relays built into the fuse block that seem to be failing. I've been having some issues with the starter relay as well, and now having issues with the trailer brake and reverse relay. So I figured I'd do a video real quick showing me replace that, hopefully eliminating the problem. And at the same time, probably just take a few minutes here to talk about the truck, where I'm at, what I've been doing. It's been kind of quiet on that front recently. So I figured I probably should just take a little bit of time to give a truck update, where everything's at, what's been done, and what I'm still battling. Yes, it has been a little bit of a battle trying to get this thing drivable to the point where it's not bugging me. So yeah, let's first probably start with a cold start. All right, so what am I doing first? I'm gonna set these side by side and make sure that the fuses in here match up to the fuses and systems I have in here. I do have some extra wires that have been fused in line. This is for my light switch, my light panel. This is for the coolant for the supercharger, the pump. A couple inline fuses there, and so I'm gonna go ahead and check those and make sure that they're all matched up and everything lines up with what I've got here. I've already removed the battery terminal. Gosh, put you back on that for a second. That Whipple supercharger, holy cow. I'm gonna, like I said, make sure that the fuses are all aligned. How this comes out, back up here, there's a couple tabs. There's a tab in here, see that, and a tab on the other side, like that. Once you do that, this comes up, and then same thing on the back side. And I do have this that needs to be removed as well. That, I don't know, looks like 12 millimeter possibly. Remove that, then I'll be ready to drop the new one in. Pretty quick install. Now you can see a little bit better what I was talking about. So I'm checking. There's a fuse here. Same, but different. See, my truck doesn't have fuses here. This one does. Not that it necessarily matters. I just want to make sure that there's not something here that's not here. It's going to cause me an issue when I go to turn it on. And just for reference as well, that's what it looks like underneath. All the connections, all the plugs, everything goes down into there. As you can see there. And there's an electronic PCB board, printed circuit board. You can kind of see through right there. That board, I believe, is what's failing and what's failed as well for lots of other people. All right, well, the new one's in. Moment of truth. Let's see what this does. Looks like backup camera's not on. Open and close. Gosh, this is annoying. All right, open and close door or window. Okay. Let's see if it starts. It starts. All right, now the next test. Hey, look at that, it works. All right, good. My troubleshooting skills still work. All right, quick win, good. That's success in my book. Can't tell you how long I spent chasing down wires, chasing down pins, seeing if something was shorted to ground, something was going on, and it ultimately led to a $170 part in the fuse block. GM, I don't know what you were thinking. Just make them changeable relays and fuses. They're probably going to go out. I mean, the truck's a 2018, so it's 7 years old. It's got 110,000 miles on it. Just make them changeable. I don't understand why you would integrate relays and fuses into a PCB on a fuse block. It just makes zero sense. Anyways, let's wrap up. Then I'll run you through kind of where the truck's at and what we're doing next. All right, so where are we at? What are we doing? Let's see, obviously the truck is driving. It came in at just shy of 460 horsepower at the rear wheels, which is insane in my mind, considering I'm on 37s. Tuning is just about completely dialed in. I do have a check engine light that comes on for sensor 2, bank 1 sensor 2 being disconnected, which was supposed to have been turned off. Tuner said was turned off. I'm not sure why it's popping up, but we'll go ahead and get that taken care of. I'm going down Saturday back to CarbCon. They'll be taking care of me there. And at the same time, so when you supercharge a vehicle and you rely on vacuum pressure to control your boost, in a lot of cases what ends up happening is you end up with all or nothing on the boost. Just about, it goes into boost almost immediately when you're stepping on it, when you're even really just driving normal. And so what the tuner did was actually turn down the demanding torque values on the tune, but to me then it starts to feel a little bit gutless, and I'm having to step on it more to get it to do what I was used to it doing previously, just under normal driving circumstances. And then all of a sudden it goes into full boost. So it's almost still like all or nothing in regards to the power band. And so enter smooth boost controller, this thing right here. Let's see if I can get it to, maybe. It's stuck on me. But smooth boost controller, it's an electronic boost controller that's actuated by the throttle position sensor. I'm in the middle of wiring that up and getting it put on. It replaces the boost actuator on the supercharger itself, and it controls it, and it is supposed to give it a little bit more of an even power band. Let's turn in here. I'm trying to turn around here. It's supposed to give it a little bit more of an even power band for when the boost kicks in. It's going to be directly related to the throttle. And so that coupled with what else do I have going on to the truck here shortly? I ordered an L86 throttle body, and that is, I think, 7 millimeters larger than the L83 throttle body that I currently have on the truck. L83 I think is 80 millimeter, and the L86 is 87 millimeter. And luckily, as luck would have it, the kit, the supercharger kit that I have is built for either or the 6.2 or the 5.3. And so I'm going to just go ahead and swap that throttle body out before I go down to the tuner, and I'll have him make any fine-tune adjustments that need to be made to to the tune as I go down. I had a few exhaust leaks. I had a shop here nearby, an exhaust shop, weld up the couplers. It was just the band clamp type couplers that came from MBRP, and I had them weld the exhaust up all together. I am contemplating and doing some research into what it would take to do like a equal length true dual exhaust on the truck. It is not loud now, and I'm not trying to get louder really. I just really want that CTSV, ZR1, Corvette, even an Escalade V type sound with the truck. Obviously it's a Chevy, it's a GM, so I did a little bit of research and found out what for what reason does a truck sound so different, and it comes down to the fact that there's no X pipe, one, and it's not equal length on the exhaust. So I'm gonna look into doing that. I'm not committing to doing it just yet, but if I do end up doing it, you'll be here with me. So right now, just driving the truck around. Really, after I had the battery disconnected, just getting everything kind of recalibrated again. And I wanted to take a little bit of time to put this video together for you guys. Like I said, a little bit of a different video. Yeah, let's see. I'm gonna actually go ahead and there it goes. And I want to go 85 miles an hour around this turn. There it goes. It goes. That was well within the speed limit, by the way. I don't know what you're hearing, what you're thinking you're hearing, but that's about as loud as it gets inside. It's not terrible at all. Let me, nobody behind me here. Go ahead and do another quick. Let's see there. Let's see here. Okay, there we go. Fun to drive. What I will say for my gas mileage, because of how fun it is to drive, my gas mileage has gone down to about 10 miles per gallon here recently. I'm sure as I play around with it a little bit more and kind of get a little more used to it, it'll my foot will calm down, maybe not. But yeah, it is it's fun. It is absolutely fun to drive. What else did I do? I installed from Rad Off-Road Designs a third brake light, as you saw, and that made it so that I removed the camera that was built in, or that I built into my OEM third brake light. And if you can see right there on the back window, right there, you can't really see it because of it being unfocused, but I moved the third brake light, but the camera that was on the third brake light, I moved it back there inside of the truck, and it works pretty good. I highly recommend it for anyone that has a cap that goes on the back of the truck. That's why I got the camera in the first place. And then when I took the cap off, I'm thinking, man, I really miss that camera. Here, I'll show you exactly what I mean. There it is right there. I'll show you where it's at. You can see it right there. The problem is, I didn't think about it. When this goes to open, it hits the camera. So I'm gonna have to end up probably putting it on the sliding window and making sure it's got enough slack in the wire. Other than that, really not a whole lot that I can think of right now that I want to do the truck. It's funny, I originally had thought, all right, I'm going to put this stuff on and I'm done. And then I got the smooth boost controller. And now I'm thinking exhaust. And I know eventually I'm going to need to replace the drive shaft. From what I understand, and I haven't had any issues with it myself, but from what I understand, The drive shafts on these trucks like to grenade themselves when there's more power outed, especially with bigger tires and if you're going at a higher rate of speed. So I'm going to replace it. I've already looked into it. It's about $1,000, $1,100 for a beefed up drive shaft. Other than that, I'm ready for the weather to change. It's supposed to be close to 60 degrees today, but this will be the first time since probably October that we've seen any weather like this. It's decent. It's not bad outside right now, but it's been chilly, it's been cold, and it's been wet. So ready for the weather to change so I can start enjoying some of the off-roads again and not have to necessarily deal with mud. I don't like mud. I don't really care for mud. I don't really care for off-roading in it. It's not all that fun for me. It just gets everything dirty. Things get crusted up. You get water everywhere. I prefer off-roading and dry. Just me. I know. Controversial to say considering the fact that I live in Washington, but it is what it is. Bite me. Anyways, that's all I have for now. I'll probably take you guys along down with me to CarbCon here this weekend just to kind of see the before and after. I don't know. We'll see what I'll end up doing. But for now, this is it. It's going to be a wrap. Thanks for joining. I appreciate y'all, and I'll see you on the next one.